All right, now that you guys understand the secret formula and how each of the components are supposed to work together, I want to go into greater detail with the last component and build from the bottom up. Okay, so these three traffic sources here that you know, these are general traffic sources. Um, you guys know all of them. You guys have seen them all one way or the other, even if you noticed them or not. And really quickly, they're just blogging, social media, and paid traffic. Okay, now I just want to go ahead and explain each of them and how they can be used as traffic sources for your marketing online. Now, blogging is probably one of the most long term forms of marketing because um, really how blogging works is you first you buy a domain name, you buy the hosting for it, and then you get a blog a generation software, probably like WordPress or Blogspot or whatever kind of source you want to use, and you upload content to the WordPress and you upload it to the hosting that you own. And basically, you putting up content over time is going to have your website or blog rank in the search engines anywhere from 6 to 9 to 12 months. And the way that works is it's called search engine optimization, or SEO for short. Basically, again, the SEO just stands for search engine optimization. It's just a fancy word of saying getting your page ranked on search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, MSN, things like that. Okay, now the good thing about that is, um, even though it does take like forever and a day for SEO to actually kick in, when it does kick in, it's probably one of the most stable. It's probably one of the most stable traffic sources out of the three. Um, Now, the only time that it's not going to be, one of the most stable traffic sources is when, if Google, like in 2006, when they did a panda slap or a penguin slap, where they changed their algorithms and everybody, people who were ranked for like number one, number two, or top five were gone in cyberspace. And people literally overnight lost their businesses because they learned SEO a certain way before 2006, and then when Google changed their algorithms, everything went to crap. But the thing is, that same thing also happens for YouTube. The same thing happens for Facebook as well. I know Facebook has gotten extremely strict ever since, or rather, if I were to compare how it was promoting things online to the way it is now, um, it had gotten strict on the old ways of doing things. They developed some new things as well that make it a little bit easier, but still, I prefer the older way because it was just way too easy to get exposure. But not going to jump over to social media just yet, because with the SEO and blogging, um, this is how, or rather, the way people are able to find your site is through organic searches. And when people find your site through organic searches, that is then called organic traffic. Okay. Now, some of the ways to go ahead and get your WordPress site up, and ranked on Google or MSN or Bing or Yahoo, is to make sure that you have plenty of backlinks from other blogs or other websites linking into your site, because what that's going to do is tell the search engines that other people and other sites are looking for information that's on your site, so it makes your site seem more legitimate. That's basically the ultra dumbed down version of how it works when it comes to rankings. Now, uh, really, there's a lot of research that you can do on backlinking yourself. I'm not here going to teach you exactly what backlinking is, or how to set it up or how to do it, or execute it. There's plenty of how-to guides that are pretty simple online to show you how to do backlinks, or even if you want to set up a blog yourself, like WordPress or Blogspot or what have you, you can definitely look up easy, step-by-step guides on how to set up a WordPress blog easy online. So yeah, it's definitely legitimate, and it's one of the best free traffic sources. Only problem is that it takes forever to kick in, 6 to 9 to sometimes even 12 months. So I don't recommend it coming out of the gate for you to get results now, but in the long run, it's definitely a viable option. Now, forums is a place that you go to, to interact with people on certain topics. You can Google forums for whatever subject you want, and the way that forums works, or is the way that people try to use forums, is they'll go to a forum and try to interact with lots of people on different topics, and see how everybody thinks on different topics. And when people see you interacting with lots of groups over time, you're going to start to be seen as an authority on the website based on how many posts you have, or how many times people, like your comments or interact with you. People are going to start to notice you. And that's kind of the idea behind it. When they see that, you're going to have like a little signature box or a signature banner that people can click on, and they can go to your website or your blog. That's the general idea behind it. So that's basically blogging in a nutshell, and how you can use a blog to get traffic to your site. Not recommended by me, though. Now, social media is more something that I recommend for someone starting out, because number one, social media, that's where everyone is. That's where everyone is. For more advanced, or I should say intermediate marketers, people who understand that you need an email list and an autoresponder. If you don't know what an autoresponder is, don't worry about it. You won't need it to implement the type of strategies that I'm going to be showing you. But you can look it up if you want, just to know the information. With social media and social media marketing, you don't need an autoresponder or an email list to be successful online. There's people who do their marketing 100% on social media, and for good reason. Social media, or I should even say Facebook, where everyone's at, is the number 2 website worldwide. That's huge. There are millions of sites being made every day, and Facebook is number 2 on the planet. Okay, now number 3 is YouTube, and number 1 is Google. So think about this. The main number 1 reason why people go online is for information on Google. The number 2 reason is to be social, which is Facebook. And the number 3 reason is to be entertained. Now, granted, you can have entertainment on Facebook, but it's generally not what it's for. What it's for is to be social. So YouTube provides all the entertainment, and it's number 3. So it's a pretty good idea to go to Facebook to find the people that you're looking for. Some people even have it on their profiles that, they're entrepreneurs, or they, like making money from home, or whatever the case is. It's so easy to find people that are interested in your niche, or in earning money online, or earning a passive income, earning an extra income. That it's totally doable to take Facebook and go ahead and do that. So I don't really need to go ahead and explain social media that much, because that's what we all do. We're all on social media. If you don't know what Facebook is, then yeah, you've probably been living under a rock. But same thing for Twitter, same thing for Instagram, and again, those forums. Another suggestion is LinkedIn. I didn't put it here, but LinkedIn is also works very well. It's a highly visited site, and it generally works the same way that I was explaining earlier with forums. When other people see you interacting a lot, and you act as an expert in your field, people are going to follow you and see you as as an authority, and people are going to want to work with you. That's just how it's going to work. Now, for Twitter, I can't really say much about Twitter, because I don't believe I have a Twitter account. I'm probably embarrassed to say that, but hey, I don't use Twitter. I'm not a social media guy. I'd rather sit in the background, run my paid traffic internet marketing campaigns, calculate the results, and scale it up. That's how I would rather do it. But I do have an Instagram account though, and Instagram now has things that you can do to do paid advertising. But really, the way that you're going to want to use Facebook is by interacting with people. If you're someone who has a Facebook profile, but you don't get like at least 40 to 50 likes per picture that you post, or per written post that you have, it's pretty easy to jump those numbers up just by being active on Facebook. All you have to do really is like a few people's pictures, comment on a few people's posts, and just be active on Facebook. Share things that people think are going to be funny, or sports oriented, or politics oriented. People love interacting on those kind of stuff. Or just ask questions that are on your mind, on your timeline, and people are going to interact with you. It's inevitable. Now, the thing is, what makes Facebook powerful is that once you get to a certain level of likes and followers, or I should say the friends list on your Facebook actually correlates with the amount of likes that you have. For example, I have about 1,200 friends or something like that on Facebook. If I was to engage half of those people, or most of the list or whatever, I would easily be clearing 100 likes per post that I made on Facebook. And I've seen people who get 500, 600, 700, even 1,000, 2,000, or 300 more likes. Like, when the likes per post get that high, like they get they don't put zeros, or they don't put like the third digits after the first number. They put like a number and then K at the end to represent thousands, like 1.2K or 1K or 2K or 3K, 2.5K. When I saw that, it was insane. I didn't even know people got that kind of exposure on Facebook, that much interaction and engagement on their pages. That's a big deal, because think about it. If somebody made a Facebook post and they have, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 people see it or put likes on it, there's going to be more people that saw it that didn't like it. So think about it. They potentially had 3,000 plus eyeballs see the post that they had, and forget about it. If they put a video in the post, or if they put a link at the end, you're gonna get people to click on that link, and that's pure traffic, organic traffic that you didn't have to pay for at all. The only thing is you have to build up your Facebook page to get that kind of interaction. But it's totally doable. We have some people online that do that to this day. I know quite a few people. I work with them actually right now to that get that kind of engagement. But that's just one way that you could do some things on Facebook. Another thing that I wanted to share is the promote button on Facebook. Facebook actually will allow you to promote a status or a post on people's timeline. Let's say, for example, you do post a timeline and you promote it, and you pay for it to be promoted, like a quick $7, $8, I believe, last time I checked. What will happen is your post is going to show up on every single friend's timeline for like a 24-hour or 48-hour period. Okay? And that's crazy. I have 1,000 friends. Imagine if 1,000 people saw that post that I put out about a business or an affiliate product or whatever it is. Now, here's the crazy part. It doesn't stop there, because not only does it show does Facebook show your posts to people that are on your friends list. It shows the posts to people who are on your friends' list. So you're basically exponentially increasing your exposure to people that you've never even met. And it's going to give you access to people that are going to be completely interested in what you have to offer, which is insane. And that's just one of the things that Facebook has added to to marketing. Just another way for them to make money, which is perfectly fine, because it helps us out in the long run, and we're going to make a lot more money off of it than Facebook due to the amount of people that even know about it. But as long as they don't start charging us, $1 to $5 to log in on Facebook, then things are really going to start to get sleazy. But anyways, that's Facebook, or rather social media in a nutshell. Now, paid traffic. This is going to be like in between social media and blogging in terms of complexity or being complicated. Um, Really, there with paid traffic, what you do is you go to an ad network or you go to a company to you go to them to pay for some ad space, and you run a particular ad for a duration of time, or you run an ad and you pay per click, okay, or you pay per impression, and that's what banner ads are. But that's generally what it is. Every time you go to a website and you see the crazy retarded ads on the side, or if you're on YouTube and the stinking ads that plays in front of your video every stinking video, those people paid for that ad to show up. And of course, it's going to cost a lot more money for people to put up ads that don't, have the skip button on it. Those people are paying top dollar for that because they don't want you skipping their ad. But anyways, um, yeah, every time you go to a website and you see a banner at the top that's flashing, or whatever the case is, or on the side, or even on Google, when you see the search results here, and then on the side, you see ads on the side. People paid for those. So don't, do pranks on people and click on it, please. That would be pretty mean. But yeah, people pay to have a certain space on a website, and every time someone clicks on it, they pay. That's why it's called pay per click. Google has it, Facebook now has it, and you can also pay for that with solo ads. But I'm going to get into solo ads in a minute. But yeah, that's basically it. You pay your money and then you pay per click. But the thing is, you have to know how to keyword. You have to know the proper market research. And you have to know how to set it up. And if you don't know what you're doing and how you're going to set it up, you will, guaranteed, absolutely, lose your shirt and get hit with a $3,000 bill in like 48 hours, and you're not going to have any idea where it came from or how it happened, and you're not going to have any results on your in your marketing campaign. So you really have to pay attention to detail with a paid traffic. I mean, of course, you have to pay attention to detail with everything, with blogging and social media as well, but this will actually cost you money, literally. Okay, so yeah, that's why I don't recommend it for the brand new internet marketer. But definitely, when you've been in the game for about, I say, at least 2 weeks, and you've gotten your feet wet with social media and tracking clicks, putting content on social media, that's when you're gonna know what to expect when it comes to paid traffic. All I would have to do is show you how to set up a marketing campaign the right way, and oops, sorry about that. The right way, and yeah, you'd be off to the races. But yeah, those are basically all three traffic sources in a nutshell. Oh yes, I forgot to go over solo ads. But okay, now what solo ads are is a an ad that you pay for to a solo ad vendor that basically he's in the business to sell ad space to his email list. He literally builds a list specifically for other people to come in and advertise on them. And the cost per click is pretty static. Most of the time, it's going to be anywhere from $30 to $50 for 50 clicks. Some people are no, not for 50 clicks, for 100 clicks. Sorry about that. Some people pay as much as $1 per click, or even $2 per click. Now, the thing to watch out for solo ads is, man, why does this keep switching? Sorry about this, guys. The thing that keeps that you have to watch out for in solo ads is the quality of the list. If somebody is trying to sell you 100 clicks for $20 on a solo ad, something is wrong. That's just like, for example, if I'm going to go to a restaurant, like a nice sit down restaurant, and they have like a chicken sandwich or a burger on the menu. Normally that's supposed to run for anywhere from $6 to $8, sometimes $10, depending on what's in the burger, because they have to pay for the beef, the lettuce, and all that other stuff. But if they have a chicken sandwich at a sit down restaurant, that's going to be $1 or 50 cents. You know, you're going to probably wonder, is this actually real meat that I'm eating, or did you guys put something, or are you guys not putting something in this sandwich, which is why it costs so low. Maybe you might want to, look at some other companies that are, giving out chicken sandwiches for $1, but not gonna get into those. But yeah, that's generally the same idea. Or if someone is trying to sell you a Mercedes for like $2,000, Mercedes go for, they're pretty expensive cars or high-end cars, or a Lamborghini or a BMW. If they're trying to sell you it for like a lot less than what you might normally think they'll go for, then there's got to be something wrong with it. Same idea here with solo ads. If somebody is going to try to sell you a solo ad for like $30 or $20 or what have you, I've seen some people put ridiculous prices on their solo ads for $10 for like 100 clicks or something like that. I said, okay, your list is probably garbage. You should never, ever buy that. Ever. Don't try to be cheap and try to get more for less. It doesn't work. Like with paid traffic, the more you're paying for something, the higher quality it's going to be, like it is for most things. So follow that principle, okay, so that you don't get burned. But yeah, that's basically all three of the traffic sources online. Like I said earlier, all this stuff you've probably seen, all of these different traffic strategies, like individually by themselves. And when you see them individually by themselves and they're not in categories like this, it becomes kind of hard. You kind of think, oh man, I have to do each and every one of these to try to be successful. No, you don't. All you have to do is pick one, get good at one, and then when you get good at that and you can automate that, that's when you move on to the next one. Now you have multiple streams of traffic. Then once you can do that, oh man, it's over. It's totally over. So what I want to do is, now that I've given you a general understanding of what each of these different traffic sources would do in the secret formula, or how they would benefit your business, I want to show you exactly what I did, or which two or three of these traffic sources that I used to make my first $300+ online. Okay, I bet you that you're not gonna be able to guess which ones I used, but at any rate, I want to go ahead and explain that in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.